Hi guys, welcome back to another concert poster chat with Psychedelic Art Exchange. We are barreling towards the end of our November mega auction, and we've got some amazing pieces that we've never seen before in the sale that we have to talk about. So I'm just gonna let you take it away and show us what we're working with.
Well, we've gotten the word out a little bit at this point about two exceptionally scarce and important Grateful Dead related posters that are in our November mega sale. And just to talk about the mega sale for a moment, for those who aren't familiar, we run two sales on a monthly frequency. One is our CGC graded sale, which is all third-party certified material. And the other is the mega sale, which covers material that falls outside of the current CGC grading criteria. We'll go more into that in another episode. But for now, the two posters that I wanted to talk about here are not in any of the publications or criteria that CGC uses to grade. They are exceptionally rare. The first is this 1969 New Riders of the Purple Sage poster, which, for a little context, in 1969, the New Riders of the Purple Sage were not even a thing. They were just starting to get their act together. It was a vehicle for Jerry to try out pedal steel guitar and learn that. And, you'll understand, what a pivotal period this was for the Grateful Dead if you listen to the next recordings that were to release, which were Working Man's Dead and American Beauty. So, and the Riders fit perfectly into this whole mythology of the American West and American cowboy card play and all that stuff that showed up on those records. But anyway, so in '69, this is from San Jose State University. This is a small college. This, again, without perspective of here we are with the Grateful Dead having become all that they were. And even in '69, they were kind of a big deal, but they were like a San Francisco Fillmore psychedelic band, Dark Star, deep, heavy improvisation. And then to come out of it into this like country music, rock and roll, era was a super important era in the Dead's history. And not to belabor that too much, but a poster from '69, first of all, of this condition and quality, this was held by someone or somehow with foresight. I mean, this poster has never been sold publicly. I've done an informal interview of parties who have deep knowledge in this collectible, and nobody has claimed to ever seen it before. I'm certain by the law of averages that it must exist somewhere else besides here, but I very much doubt that a copy of this condition and of this poster exists outside of this easel right here. But the best example is with this consignment came a poster from San Jose State for a couple weeks later of the Grateful Dead playing on Halloween. This poster hadn't been sold publicly before. Heritage sold it a couple years ago for $8,000. And this is a printer's proof. It's not even trimmed down. This is just, again, probably one of one as far as as the proof goes. I don't know of any other copies of this to exist except for the copy that was sold at Heritage. And in fact, if there's anyone out there in Webland that has these posters, I would love to know. I would love to get some sort of, verification. This is super fun for me to try to dig deeper and see what exists. I mean, this in and of itself is, if the Dead poster had just come in, which most people will probably gravitate to because it's the Grateful Dead, but this Rider, I'm completely obsessed with this New Riders poster.
Oh, they're both so beautiful too. Look at the art. Cowboy Jerry.
Yeah, and who are these artists? I mean, these were probably people in the art department at San Jose State, Inwood and Peterson. Inwood and Peterson. I mean, I'm beyond thrilled. It's the posters that make the sale. It always is. And the Grateful Dead is a particular subject of fascination to us at Psychedelic Art Exchange. And it brings up the topic of scarcity and how rare these things actually are. Now, these two posters obviously are painfully rare, and in quantities of, I would assume, less than I can count on one hand, but because I have no evidence of other copies existing. And
I know that we mentioned a little bit, if you look at our write-up on the auction side of the poster, that it's likely that there were very few printed because the only places that they needed to be posted were on campus. So it wasn't like they were trying to get the word out to a large audience in the city that the shows took place. It was just for the campus. So
yeah, and
small quantities.
This was not UC Berkeley. This was not SF State. This was not a major college. That's the other thing. It's almost as if, like, for a perspective of, it's not from where I come from. It's not University of Maryland. It's Towson State University, which is now Towson University. But the argument, or whatever, the discussion about scarcity really can be further discussed when you talk about this poster. This is a poster that is so important. It's the most important Grateful Dead poster. It's the most important graded poster because it helped illustrate the whole progression to get to a six-figure poster, which in collectibles isn't a big deal, but for psychedelic rock posters to get to six figures was a big deal, and this was the poster that got us there. Yes, recently the Hendrix BG 105 has crossed that threshold, and this poster's come down to earth a little bit in terms of the high grade pieces, which made a lot of news along the way. But this this is a poster that anybody that collects Grateful Dead has to have. Now, it's not particularly rare. I mean, it is rare contextually, but compared to those other posters, it's not. We've seen through the small amount that have come through the CGC census, sort of what's out there with this, which is, and it's going to be a market. It's, it's going to fluctuate. It's going to go up and down. This is, as we compared it to before, the Mickey Mantle rookie card of rock posters. So, it's again, and the Mickey Mantle rookie card isn't particularly rare, but it is in high grade, just like this poster. But it's a whole continuation of the discussion about what makes a poster rare, what makes a poster valuable. And we're going to have a lot of information after we see how these two super rare Grateful Dead posters from '69 play out. Again, a small university, college, whatever, probably a small quantity of 50 copies. No one was saving this stuff or thinking in the same terms of the Grateful Dead in 2023. So these posters, beyond being super excited about seeing what's going to happen with them, anybody that's a deep dive into Grateful Dead posters is going to be on this auction. And so,
and just to be clear, this FG26 we got there in the signature series holder is not available yet, but keep an eye out for that coming soon.
Oh yeah, this is for illustration examples. This is merely for demonstration. But since we're there, I'll do a private pitch. If you come to our website, we have some new swag. We have logo stickers, and if you haven't gotten one of our 2023 hoodies, we have this design by Jeff Wood that would make a nifty gift for anyone on your list. So come by, concertpostergallery.com and throw a few shekels at our fine branded merchandise.
All the links will be in the description, but make sure that you don't forget to bid in the mega sale. It is live until Thursday. That's November 30th. And lots are going to start closing at 9:00 p.m. Eastern time, as always. Thanks for tuning in.
Cowboy Jerry. I mean, that's just the best thing ever. I'm sorry. I mean, you got your posters. This is my vote for the best Grateful Dead poster ever. Sorry.
I'm with you.
Talk to you soon.
We'll see you next time.